Top of the morning to yous. Thank you for joining me for a second. What was that? Why did I say that? It's still morning, right? Then I'm looking at my watch. That's still wrong. Thank you for joining me for, of course, today, your fourth hour of course, live shopping. Really exciting. We're starting with you on an incredible rice paper show. Now, we've been sharing with you different designs of rice paper for the past couple of weeks now. And it's been fabulous to see it build and, of course, to see all of you using your rice paper amongst different creations, whether it's fabric, wood, metal, glass, porcelain, onto your outside decorative ornaments for the garden, or, of course, round candles and bits and bobs with inside your homes, making them beautiful, making them, of course, personalised to the way that you love to spend time in your home and also craft. And you know what? It doesn't end there, because this show, we're going to be taking you through a never seen before bundle at a never seen before price, which you have to buy during this show. The only way you can get the deal is to purchase the deal during the show, okay? If you're watching the show back, of course, you just need to purchase during the actual live show itself. That way you can get hold of the deal with your rice papers, because it's buy one, get one free, okay? I'm going to take you through that in a few moments' time. Right, okay, so just before we go into our details of our beautiful new papers and, of course, all of our other glorious elements, we even got some bits from Makeover Monday as well on this show. In case you did miss us yesterday at 11 o'clock, we've brought some of it back. What's left, that is, anyway. But, of course, shopping with us is super simple, super easy here at Live Shopping. We're streaming live on Facebook and Instagram at the moment as well, which means that you can comment down in the live feed section of the comments with the codes that we share with you. So, for example, if you want to go for 24 designs of rice paper today for the price of 12, shop rice in the comments, okay? Bonkers. Andrew is speed writing. Oh my gosh. Buy one, get one for £5. What?
19.99 each or 24.99 for both.
Oh my goodness, okay. That is bonkers. You're getting 12 designs in total, and we're going to send you 2 sets. You're getting 24 papers overall, which is a monumental deal, okay, inside here. Okay, so we're going to take you through that in a moment, but of course, to get hold of yours, all you need to do is type shop rice into the comments, okay? Now, when you type that into the comments of the video, automatically what it does is it enters it to your online basket, all right? When it goes into your basket, you then go to your messages after the show, so your direct messages, click on the link that you'll have received, and you can go directly to the Highlight Crafts website. Now, when you get there, at that point, you can then check out your order, log into your account just before you do so, because that gets you additional benefits and discounts along the way, and you get free postage when you spend over £35, which, of course, is easily done. So you want to get that basket, spend over £35 for that free postage. Talking of the website, we are also streaming on there live as well. You can shop ahead. All of the items will be individually down the side of the screen. You can click on those, add them to your basket. And of course, if you click on the basket icon in the top right hand corner, that little red icon, you can check out your order throughout the show. Now, of course, the way these shows work, sometimes if something fully allocates, we suggest to check out during the show. Doesn't mean you can't watch it at the same time. You still can. But it means that it's then yours 100% as long as you check out. As well, we're streaming live on YouTube, so you can join us there too. Got lots of hellos coming through as well. Good morning, Louise. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Jonathan as well. Maureen, Carol, Lynn, Jane, and Lou. It's wonderful to have your company. Stay with us. We've got lots more as well coming around the corner. If you haven't checked out your baskets yet already for that fabulous Minecraft Studio show with Stephanie, through this wall, that's why I'm touching the wall. I don't think she's in there anymore, but that's where she was. Check out your baskets if you haven't done already. Okay, so brand new rice papers. Now, rice paper is a surface of which I've shared with you many different times on many different platforms and also in many different designs and ways. Now, it's a very durable, strong surface. Now, I got into rice paper crafting through initially working with napkins and tissue paper, which is very fragile, it's very delicate, it can almost disintegrate on the surface as you're working with it. But then when I discovered rice paper and the uses for it, and how it can really stand through the test of time and also take on many different mediums and apply to far more surfaces, I never looked back. I fell in love with it. Of course, I do still have my napkins and tissues that I do use, of course, for other crafting, but rice paper is where I've now channeled my mixed media journey. It's beautiful as well because it's soft, it's smooth, it's crisp with the print, it tears exquisitely, but something like this can provide you with surface coverage on anything that you want to cover within your home. Now, I'm going to take you through the entire set of 12 designs. Now, you can go for individually these 2 sets of 6 separately, okay, if you wanted to. And we're going to give you the codes for all of the individual prices, so stay with us. But the best way to shop is by going for Shop Rice. That's going to give you your biggest saving, your biggest bundle. So today it's just £24.99 and you're saving £34.99. Okay, that is ridiculous. Oh,
£14.99.
£14.99. I've got.
£19.99 each.
I thought they were, really?
If you want them individually, they're £19.99 each. Is that good?
It's very good. It's very, very good. But your biggest and best bundle price saving for you today, I've got confused on my paperwork. Bear with us. So, on your rice papers today, you have got a full set of 24 designs coming to you. So you're going to be paying for one set and get the whole one free. So everything that you're seeing here, you're going to get two of, okay? Two of each design, all right? So individually, of course, they're $19.99 each per bundle. But if you're going to go for them a combined price, it's $24.99. That's bonkers. That is incredible value for money. So I'm going to take you through the designs of what you're actually getting. Starting off with your ornate here, you can see how gorgeous this is. It's exquisite, so great on fabric. Great, of course, for loads of different texture design. And again, look at the deep dark backgrounds that you've got on side here. It is luxurious. I mean, it's almost pitch black and then all of the florals pop and come to the front. Now, these are all going to come to you pre-printed. You don't need to do any printing when you get them home. Look at these, almost spring colours. We've got our wonderful details of our gilding. This image almost looks 3D. I could see this on glass bottles. I can see it on your candles in your home. And also I can see a place for every design. Now, a favourite of mine is this one here, which has got those fabulous florals in with blues, purples, golds, your platinum shades. It is immense. Now, that design is just absolutely exquisite. Also, as well, you have here a wonderful almost fabric print, like a folk art design. Okay, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
And you've got a wonderful surface pattern, okay? As well on here, what we're doing is we've got our bees. Now look at our little bumblebee design. Now I've got a little update for you, okay? The price that you're saving going for the entire bundle is $34.99. You're paying only $24.99 for this entire bundle together. You're getting 24 A4 rice papers. You're going to get 2 of each design. You're going to get 12 designs in total duplicated. So we're going to send you 2 sets of this rice paper. Let's have a look at the next set, shall we? You've got your bumblebees on here, and bear in mind that is a never seen before price. We've never done a deal like this. Your wonderful design of your repeat pattern of bees. We've then got your spring florals. This reminds me almost like a William Morris print for wallpaper on here. We've then got your birds and sunflowers. Look at that one. Now in here you can see you can almost depict and take out certain elements to use them individually as well, which is absolutely exquisite. Then we've got this one with the nests and the eggs, all with that blue colour and the feathers built into this one. Wonderful for your interiors this time of year. Again, a white-based rice paper, complete contrast from some of the others we've seen, but again works really well on your fabrics and of course on a surface that you've already primed and it's ready to go. We've then got one that I find incredibly fascinating. You've got this wonderful, they look like they're almost made from layered papers. This exquisite design made up of your birds. Now you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of your bees designs. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of your ornate designs, but times that all by 2. You're going to get 2 of each one, so you don't have to be frugal with your designs. You're going to get 2 of this, 2 of that one, 2 of this one, 2 of them all. 24 designs in total. 20% of the stock of this is now in allocation. Now, with that being said, there is no opportunity for us to print more of this, okay? This is not something that we can then go and put back on our printers and print again for you. This is a real one-off deal for you, okay? I can't even promise that we're ever going to bring it back. This here is Shop Rice. It's $24.99 and you're saving $34.99 by going for the bundle. Individually, if you were to go for this set, which is Shop Ornate, and of course you can do, but why would you? If you could spend just $4.99 more and get the entire deal. This is Shop Ornate, and this is £19.99. Now, to give a little bit of a discount, of course, across the board, if you would, I say a little bit, if you were to go for that bundle, you'd be saving £10, so you've got a third off with that one. if you wanted to go for it on its own. And of course, Shop Bees would also get you this set here, but do bear in mind you're only getting 6 designs with that, and that is Shop Bees, and that there for you is $19.99, okay? If you're going to go for the bundle of it all together, you're going to get the Bees collection and the Ornate collection ×2. We're going to send you 2 of this, 24 papers in total for £24.99. It is an incredible deal for you. Our best deal we've ever been able to bring you on pre-printed rice papers here at Highlight Crafts Live Shopping. You've got to get them now though, because they are going fast, okay? Shop Rice to get yours today. I just can't believe that you're saving far more than you're spending. You're saving £10 more than you're spending. That's bonkers. Right, okay, so when we talk about surfaces and mediums, they're also really important, okay, when we go into all of our rice paper creations. Now, one thing I'm going to take you to now, and I read this as deviled eggs, they're definitely divided eggs, okay? But these are your divided eggs. Now, these come, of course, in 2 halves. You can decorate them with your rice papers. They look wonderful for Easter gifts. Maybe, for example, the people that you gift for around Easter don't particularly like chocolates, but you're going to get them something else instead. You can pop them inside here, or maybe a full Easter egg is a bit too much, and maybe just a couple of nice chocolates would be wonderful inside there. The paper mache, but they're rock hard, okay? They come in 2 halves. They're around about, I'm going to say about 10-11 centimeters in height. They're fabulous size for decorative ornaments, as well for painting and rice paper. And now in this bundle, you're going to get 6 of those, okay? 6, so you're going to get 12 halves, 6 eggs in total. It's £19.99. It's shop egg, and you're saving £18.95 by going for this bundle. You've got an amazing saving on this one. Saving almost as much as you're spending, which we love to be able to say to you, because of course we know you're getting a great deal and you've got lots to craft with on the way. Just visualize these painted and then pop in your bumblebee designs on those. They're going to look absolutely gorgeous. We're going to do that as well during the show, so you've got all of that to look forward to. Plenty of demonstrations coming up just around the corner. We also have our adhesives on the show as well. The show couldn't be complete without those adhesives. But I'm going to take you to this one, which is your Magic Bond and Seal kit. Okay, this is a 5-piece kit. Inside here, we take you through all the adhesives, giving you, of course, everything that you need. You've got your dishwasher safe, your gloss glue. You're going to get, of course, in there your matte glue, your antiquing glue, fabric glue. It is all inside there for you. Now, to get the entire 5-piece kit, it is Shop Magic, and it's just £14.99. You cannot be without this, okay? It is going to give you everything that you need to be able to go onto all the surfaces that you would want to within your home whilst you're crafting, okay? So as well, that is Shop Magic, £14.99. You're getting 5 glues inside there. So think about it. For each one of those glues, you're going to be able to go onto any surface that you desire. As well, inside each individual bundle, just going to recap on the rice papers for you because it is going incredibly busy, okay? Shop Rice gets you the entire bundle, okay? 30% of the stock is now already in allocation, okay, and continuing to grow. Lots of you as well, of course, I would consider adding duplicates of this, which means you'd get 48 papers in your bundle, which means it's going to last you so much longer because, of course, these are all pre-printed. Shop Rice, $24.99, is going to send you, of course,
if they buy 2, then they get free postage if they're in the club.
Buy 2, you get free postage if you're in the club, and you're going to get 48 rice papers. Now you might be thinking, well, is that a fair amount? That means that one design would cover an entire tote bag, front and back. That means you've got loads to play with, and you get that free postage when you signed in and logged into your Highlight Crafts Club account. You're saving £34.99 on the bundle, so essentially you'd be saving just under £70 if you were to go for 2 of those, which is an amazing saving on rice paper. And paper, of course, is becoming quite an expensive medium, so take advantage while we can still share prices with you like this. If you were to go for them individually, for example, Shop Bees here, that's going to give you 6 designs. You're going to get 12 sheets there, of course. So you're going to get 2 of each design inside there. You'd get 12 in there for £19.99. It should be £29.99 for a set of 12. So, of course, 6 designs, 2 of each, giving you 12 papers. But going for that combined deal together gets you 24 for just £24.99. So you're paying an extra £4.99. You're paying an extra £5 to get an additional 12 papers. Why wouldn't you? you would absolutely do that. It's so worth it. Of course, the ornate ones individually on their own are also available. You're going to get 6 different designs inside here, 2 of each giving you 12 papers. And of course, that's Shop Ornate. Same again though, £19.99 with a £10 saving. But if you just want to spend an extra £5, you're going to get, of course, another complete set of 12 papers of your Bumblebee designs. Absolutely exquisite there. An amazing bundle. By far my favourite deal we have ever done for you on these rice papers, and also some of my favourite designs we have ever launched. I love them to bits. I cannot wait to see them in action. Think about glass plates, think about your wine boxes, think about going on to all of these decorative finishes in and around your home. It doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be complex. It quite literally could just wrap around a candle. It could go onto a watering can that's inside your home. It could go onto a plant pot. A giftable item like a wine box is a great way to start. We do have those on the show actually as well. Quickly share those with you. For 2 of your wine bottle box holders, it is just £17.99. Now, of course, they fit inside there. Anything from a Prosecco, which I won't mind, or a bottle of, I would say a glass of wine, a bottle of wine inside there. They come, of course, with your brass hinges on the back and the clasp on the front. And you also get that chunky jute rope as well, which is a lovely hanger. You could always take that out and replace it with ribbon if you wanted to. But you're going to get a pair of them. You're going to get 2 in total. So you've got 2 projects to get you going for £17.99. Each time we bring you these, they're so hard to keep in stock. They literally fly out of the door. Get them today, okay? Your wine box holders for your shop box, £17.99. Now, what I'm also going to share with you is we've got our cut and use foam on the show, which is shop foam. It is £5.99. You'll see this is a firm favourite and really one of our hero products from Cadence that we have on all of our shows. And of course, you can cut it to any size. Make it the size that you want it to be. It's a high density foam, but what it does is it means you get more from your glues and your paints. It doesn't soak up, it's not thirsty, it doesn't dehydrate the surface. If anything, it puts more out than it should. It really does accentuate the level of paint coverage that you get every time you work with it. There's 2 sides to it. I'll show you it at demo. You can heat up one side, make it into a stamping block. It's fully washable, it's not a consumable. You'll cut into it for the shapes you decide to use, but then you don't bin it, you keep it, you just wash it out. You can use it with water paints, you can use it with acrylics, you can use it with your watercolours, oil paints, blending inks, the lot. It is one of a kind sponge. I love it. Now, glassware. Again, you may have seen these on our show yesterday on Makeover Monday. We've got the Duo Pack back in stock. This here is Shop Dish. It's going to give you 2 of your largest glass dishes, okay, from Creative. These are exquisite. Going onto rice papers with these gives you an absolutely beautiful effect. I've got onto one with our florals here, put a crackle glaze in between the glass and the paper, which showed up beautifully. Now, unbelievably, the price for this one is just £9.99. Of course, you've got a saving in there as well. Shop Dish to get hold of those.
And if they've got the Cadence Club, that's what we're using.
Of course, absolutely. In our Cadence Club, if you are a club member of the Cadence Club, which don't worry, you can still join. You're not out of time. You can still join us at any point. We did feature a lot of these products heavily within the first class. So if you want to be part of that club, make sure to join. And you can do it. Shop Cadence to get into the club for you today. We'll talk a bit more about that as I'm demoing for you later on. Now, from our glass dishes, okay, so I'm going to just share with you as well that if you spin a turtle, if you don't spin a turtle. That would be interesting. So if you want to spin, if you want to win, you could be in with the spin if you spin the turtle. All you need to do is type turtle into the comment. Don't ask why. In fact, I'm going to tell you why. Andrew's just chosen that word. We had tiger this morning, panda last night. I'm not quite sure what's coming up throughout the day. Is there a list, Andrew, or does it just come off the top of your head?
No, I'm just making them up.
He's making them up. Okay, so maybe you could then put some comments in of what you'd like the spin word to be. Maybe you could have a choice. We could choose one of your lucky words to be. But of course, if you type turtle into the comments, never thought I'd say that, then you can, of course, be in with a chance to spin the wheel. We will select one lucky winner, of course, at random, and then we'll spin the wheel and you will win a prize from the prize list. You could be winning points to put against your fabulous rice papers today, bringing them even under £24.99, okay? So, of course, make sure to type turtle into the comments. Just the word turtle, that's it. Turtle's all you need. Right, we're going to have a look now at some more items for you. This here is our beautiful glass dishes. of our 15 centimeter squared size. Now, completely different in comparison, of course, to this one because you've got the texture. It's almost like a hammered frosting that you get with this one. It is exquisite. Now, it looks wonderful with your mirror spray on the back of here, but rice papers going onto the back of these plates looks phenomenal. Okay, you get a glorious finish. And I love the hammered texture as well. So we're going to do this during our show today. These for you are completely different. They're much thicker as well. Incredibly strong glass. So if you're going to use your glass paints, of course you can pop them through the oven to cure them, but they're incredibly durable. You've got a wonderful shimmered buffed edge as well, which is going to give you, of course, that security. No sharp edges with this glass. It's not like you've taken a pane of glass out of a photo frame. It is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful one to work with. Okay, so that there is Shop Glass at $14.99. Lots of you getting involved in the comments as well. As we've put in there, type turtle into the comments for an amazing chance to win spin the wheel prizes. A lot of people have put the word circle in there, but it's definitely turtle. Okay, right, okay. Lorraine says as well, she loves the foam. I use it for everything. I've only cut 3 pieces so far and I've had mine months. Don't worry, no turtles are harmed in the making of this show. Just going to clarify that. I don't have a turtle with me. I'm not going to spin one. There is not a turtle in this room as far as I'm aware of, most definitely. Turtles not here. Andrew's just singing and dancing. For one reason, the rice papers are absolutely flying. We're over 30% of the stock of that now gone. And also, he's got a nice big pasty. So, there we go. So we're going to share with you. He got his sausage in the sausage roll in the last show. Was it yesterday? He had a sausage roll delivered. Don't know who
Didn't even ask for that one.
Didn't even ask for it. Oh my gosh! Special treatment. Wow. Okay, so we have got in here for us now our shop candle. This is our 2 squared candle jars, £11.99. You're going to get the pair of these. They look exquisite with rice paper either on the inside or, of course, the outside. Okay, so with these, £11.99, you're going to get the pair of them. Really cute size. And again, if you fill these with wax and just make little tea light candles out of them, they're great giftables. They're great as centerpieces. Wonderful out in the garden. You could even be making your citronella candles in preparation for the summer. It's starting to turn warm now, and sitting out in an evening having your tea is one of the nicest things. And you could do that with, of course, your candles by your side. Now, we do also for you today have our tote bags. Tote bags on the show. These are your cream natural tote bags. You're going to get a 5-pack inside here, and they're $12.99 for the 5 of them. It is shop tote to go for these. Now, these are great, of course. You're going to get your fabric adhesive inside your Magic Bond and Seal kit, which gives you the ability to go onto these soft surfaces and create everlasting finishes. They're brilliant. You can wash them. I also love, and a great shout, is that the seam isn't on the base of the bag. It's actually the fold, which means, of course, it's high strength. It's not going to split at the seams because that weight and pressure isn't relying on a stitch. Of course, canvas as well, meaning that you can paint them, wash them, add a stencil medium, your spritzers, your shake and gilts, everything to them, but most importantly, those rice papers. Now, as well on our show, we do have these wonderful, wonderful paints, the glorious glass paints from Cadence, brand new, okay? These were only released yesterday. They came into the family here at Highlight Crafts quite literally just a week, well, under a week ago, and we already have them on the show for you. You can go for them in individual sets of 4 if you wish to do so, or you can go for the whole lot. I know a lot of you were doing on Monday. I'm going to take you through, of course, all of the codes and the prices for each individual bundle. We start off at the top here with Shop Lavish. Now, $9.99 is going to get you 4 of these glorious glass paints. It is the Dora glass paint, okay? And here you're going to get maroon, chestnut, dark turquoise, and your black. A wonderful assortment of colours. You can see there from the base of those bottles just how exquisite they are. Now, this has your metal flake inside there, but it has a binder that adheres to glassware upon, of course, your 21-day curing process or in the oven for 20 minutes. So you don't have to wait the 21 days if you don't want to. You can paint on, let it dry, pop it in an oven, 180 degrees for 20 minutes, and it's cured. It's as simple and easy as that. Then it's dishwasher safe. It's fully waterproof, scratch resistant, flake resistant, you name it. Doesn't fade in the sun either. We also have for you as well, from Shop Lavish, we have Shop Jewel. Okay, so this here, Shop Jewel, also be £19.99. You do have a saving on each one of those. Anthracite, emerald, your antique gold, and of course inside there you have got your bright fuchsia. We then move on down to our third bundle within the series, which is Shop Rich. Okay, now the Shop Rich here for you has that glorious diamond in there. It also has for you as well that cyclamen, amethyst, and your Sax blue. And then your fourth and final set within the series, this is the roundup, all brand new colours for you, but the final set there is Polish, one of our most populars because of course again it's those spring tones. Your aqua, jade, you've got the antique lilac and the champagne in there. Shop Polish to get hold of those. And then, just to round up for you, at the end of our counter here we have something that's no means least at all, because this here is your hybrid. You're going to get a two-tone pack of monochromes. It's Shop Paint and it's £8.98. Okay, this is of course your hybrid paints, black and white. It's fundamental with rice paper for of course if you need to heighten or lighten the surface prior to application to give you a really good strong coverage and make the colours nice and bold. It's also fully waterproof, dishwasher safe, food safe, the lot, every surface. I'll tell you more about that later on, but get it in your basket. £8.98 for the two of those. Now, just before we do go over to demo, because I've got lots planned for you today's show, I'm going to take you to, of course, our main bundle, which is selling incredibly fast, everybody. And I'm not surprised because this is by far our biggest, best saving we have ever done on pre-printed rice papers here at Highlight Crafts for you. You're getting 24 A4 sheets, okay? So you are going to be getting each one of these designs. You've got 12 here in total. You're going to be getting 2 of each of those 24 designs. Now it's Shop Rice. It is a $34.99 saving. You're only spending $24.99 to get it. Let's take you through the designs just one last time. You've got inside here the wonderful surface pattern. You've got there as well this glorious pop of colour with the purples, the deep blues. You've got this almost ironwork scroll going on inside here as well. Lovely floral patterns. This would look lovely as a fabric or even on fabric. You've then got almost regal oil paintings captured as rice paper along with this one that complements it very well with the really deep dark backgrounds. We then move on to our springtime collection. So the both of these together are going to work great. We start off with the wonderful imagery of your birds in blue. We've then got your springtime floral there with the white background with all of the lavender sprigs. And then we've got those wonderful birds but on the white background this time. We've then got the sunflowers and robins. I love that design. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Would look wonderful on vanity bags, onto candleware, onto those glass plates. We've got a wonderful, almost William Morris design going on here as well with that line drawing with detail. And then, of course, your bumblebees. So all of these designs times 2. Okay, you're going to get this times 2. Shop Rice is £24.99. Saving £34.99, everybody, which is a monumental deal. I'm going to bring you all with me. Let's have a sit down. I'm still sitting down today. I might stand up later on. I'm not quite sure why I'm still sat here, but I still am. And what I'm going to do is take you through, of course, some wonderful demos. Lots of you getting involved as well. Christine said, is there any of the diamond cadence on here? We're looking into it for you, okay? Andrew's adding it to the show so you can have a little look at that one. But yeah, absolutely, there's a few left, so make sure you do get it if you want it. It is fabulous, okay? Lots of you.
Shop Diamond.
Shop Diamond, it's $44.99, I believe, for the entire bundle. We're going to have a look at that for you. You'll be able to see it, of course, on your screen in a few moments. Okay, you've got a great saving on there. You get 11 colours included. You've got all of the family of tones there to play with for you. It's an incredible price because we've brought it down even further. Adele says as well, dolphin, elephant and panda. We had panda last night, Adele, so one step ahead there. But elephant, oh yeah, we have had, have we had dolphin?
Not yet.
Dolphin.
It nearly made it this show, but...
It nearly made it this show. For some reason, turtle won. I have no words. Right, okay, so let's have a look, shall we? I'm going to go on to our glass dishes first. Now, you're going to get a 2-pack of these, okay? Now, these are wonderful. Of course, you've got that glorious texture in the background. Now, I was looking through my rice papers, of course, as I always do, and it's great, of course, if you're going to go for 2 bundles. You've got one set to keep as reference, or if you wanted to, run this through your printer as it is and print on top of it. Maybe you're going to print some toner images and do some foiling on here. You could do all sorts. But I love the exquisite designs. That one is just screaming out to be used. I think we're going to have to go with that first. So I'm going to pop my other stash to the side. And now that we have our glass paints on the show, it'd be nice to just include an accent of these, of course, included. So I've got with me my Dora glass paints, and I think that this gold goes really well with that rice paper because it's of the same family. It's deep, it's dark, it's atmospheric. So let's just actually create some masking on this plate so we can add some colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some tape and I'm just going to corner off two sides. So let's have a look. Bring a little bit just into here, just a bit of tape like that. And then what I'm going to do is put a bit of tape also on this corner here as well. So you can freestyle it and have fun with your projects and just enjoy the rice paper process. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and be clean today. Okay, I'm going to get some palette paper out. Let's get our Dora glass paints. Okay, this wonderful, wonderful antique gold. It sits within your. This one is going to be inside your jewel bundle. I'll pop some out on my mat. Okay. Then I'm going to use my Cadence Cut and Use sponge. Now this sponge of course comes to you as an A4 pad, and I mentioned I was going to tell you a little bit more about this later on. Now you can see how dense this foam is. This side here is much softer, so that's your paint applicator side, and this side here is your really strong rubberized foam, okay, which of course you hold on to and use it as that applicator, so it's much stronger and allows you to get good surface coverage. Now what I'm going to do is take my scissors to the foam, push down on my blades, and of course then create that perfect cut. That means you're creating an applicator that's the right size for you. Because I'm only covering a small area here, I'm going to go half again. We don't need it to be big. There we go. We're just going to halve that down, and now we've got the perfect size applicator there to work with. So what I'm going to do is dip into that paint, and I'm spreading it across, and then I'm going to start to stipple. So I'm picking up that paint and creating almost an airbrushed finish with it. So let's go into our glassware, and I'm working onto the reverse for this. So I'm stippling onto the back like this, okay? I'm not going over the edges, just stippling right here, corner to corner. And I'm going to do 2 coats with this glass paint because it is absolutely flawless. So you can see on the other side, we start to get that wonderful metallic shining through just there. So then let's go on to our other corner. There we go. And I'm going to add some just here. Now it dries really quickly, which means we can do a second coat literally in seconds. So I'm going to grab my hairdryer. I'm using a heat tool for this one. A hairdryer is my chosen heat tool because of course it doesn't get too hot. It's not going to scorch my paint. It's going to dry it nicely for us. Okay, so let's just give that a nice blast. But I'm making sure I don't want to cure the paint because if I peel this tape off, I'm at risk of peeling my paint as well. So I'm just going to give this a nice waft with this. Got lots of comments as well coming through as well. As we said, write all of the animals down that you want to see for the spin the win codes. If you've not already done so though, the one that you need to type in for today's show is turtle. So type the word turtle into the comments, and then that's going to enter you into the spin the wheel for today. And of course the one responsible for these rather curious names is of course Andrew, who has actually got his own show coming up as well soon. We've spoken plenty about this during our shows. Not yet. Yeah, we'll see. Have we lowered the signatures to 400?
Nope.
I think someone has.
They haven't.
I think it was Andrew. Is that?
384, so it's got a few
Oh, guys, come on, spread the word, even if you don't want to see it. And then what I'm going to do is take my tape away. All right, leaving us 2 wonderful streamline marks. I'm going to pop that onto my palette because then I can reuse that tape. But look at that, we've got 2 wonderful shimmery gold corners now to work in with our rice paper. So let's give this a quick dry with our heat dryer, just to, of course, make any areas of that tackiness, so we don't want to smudge it or anything like that. Then what I'm going to do is take my chosen paper. Now I always like to get the most out of my papers, of course. Now I look at this and I can start to visualize where I'm going to place it and what area I want to capture. It would look really nice with that floral, but then I'm at risk of kind of wasting these 2 side elements. So I'm thinking if I focus it like this, I can capture the same image here whilst then only using almost a quarter of the whole design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it in from the edge, so I've got a slight overlap, and I'm going to use my scissors just to cut out a rough shape of that square. So I still have plenty of paper left over. I don't want to, of course, start wasting it. And then bring that round here. Now, I've cut that paper, but there is other ways in which you can use rice paper. If I was to take a soft brush like this, just a soft, rounded flat brush like this, okay? So this one here is just anything that I've picked up. It really doesn't matter a great deal. But bring a bit of water onto your mat. You can tear it really easily. Now, the tearing process would be great to share with you on a white background so you can see how you can depict an image just while that gold paint starts to set. Again, remember these rice papers, you're getting 24 of them for £24. and 99 pence, and you're saving 34.99 by doing so. So if we wanted to take out this design here, this image, use your water brush and go around the image. Now it doesn't matter if that water starts to flow onto the printed area, because you could be doing it on a design that's completely printed. But I'm following the water around the image, there we are, and see how you've got elements of decoupage in here too, which you can use as fillers. And now I've got that all nice and watered, I'm going to put a little bit more water just to the edge so it gives me a bit more tearable room. So I'm not going too close to my image, there we go. Almost went in my tea then. So what I'm going to do is use my finger and thumb to prise the paper away from the main element of the design, and look how it tears so easily. Now doing this means that you're controlling the tear of the rice paper. If you try to tear into rice paper before you've wet it, it's going to tear in any direction it wants to go in. Okay, it's kind of like if you tear a kitchen roll, you're trying to get a strip of it, you end up with a tiny corner, or it goes completely in half. But this way, you're controlling where that tear mark is. Now I'm going to try and just take away that bit of eucalyptus leaf. There we go, and bring it round. And look at that, it's allowed us to take out, without damaging any of the other designs, we now have that design ready to go. So what we'll do with that one is we'll put that onto some glassware. We're going to let it dry first. Of course, you can just bring in a hairdryer and dry off any of the water, just meaning, of course, your glue is going to soak in a little better. So I'm just going to dry that rice paper out. Woo! There we go, it's gone. Make sure to hold on to it. There we go. And that's now nice and dry for us. To stop it, not myself losing it, I'm going to put it inside there. Okay, nice and safe. So what we're going to do is go onto our glassware. Our paint is now nice and dry for us. And we're going to go into our Magic Bond and Seal kit. Now there is a multitude of glues inside here for you to use. I'm going to use my dishwasher safe glue for this one. Of course, I would like this to be, of course, fully washable. I can use it in my home as a coaster. I could put nibbles out on it. I'm going to put my cut and use foam in some water because I don't want that to dry out, and I can still use this paint palette. So let's keep working with the same page. Lots of you getting involved as well. Stephanie said last night the show with Andrew is going to happen, says Karen. Karen, I actually think I heard the same. So Andrew, it's going to happen at some point whether you like it or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a flat brush for this. So use a flat brush, and I'm also going to use some foam. We're going to use the both of them together. Now do remember, these are not inkjet printed papers. They are printed, of course, with a different process, which means the ink will not bleed or run from this. If you've ever had an experience with ink bleeding from rice papers, that will not happen with these. So what I'm going to do is go straight in with my dishwasher glue, and you can see how much thicker this glue is, okay? It's not instantly running or pooling on my mat. Now that's because it has an adhesive in there, which is going to actually allow it to grab to the glassware. So the fibres are going to knit to the glass, creating that fabulous bond that we really want to achieve. And making the very most out of this glue by getting all of that last little drop out of there. And what we're going to do is we're going to add our glue to our paper for this one. If my design was much bigger, I probably would be more inclined to add my glue to the back of my plate and then bring my rice paper to it. But for this particular one, I can get away with working with it like this. It's just because it can sometimes make it a little bit easier to handle. So let's add our glue all over the top of our design and just look at this image. I mean, you're going to be getting 2 of these in that bundle. So you know you can freely work with it, knowing full well you've got even more to craft with once you've used it. And it's £24.99 for all 24 papers. So you're getting a whole set sent to you again. You're essentially paying for what? It's amazing. Just £5 extra and you're getting a whole lot more. Now to go on to here, I might judge where to place it and get it a bit off. So if we turn our rice paper face up like this, find the center of the paper with the plate, there we go, like that. We can put our design in, flip it back round, and then use that brush to now smooth out the edges. Now something I get asked about a lot is I create my little pleats with the paper, because if I push that down there, you've got a little fold that's created there now. So you can see where that fold has come up and started to create a little ridge, which could be problematic in the design. So what we do is we push that area down first, which is going to be encouraged to pleat, and work outwards. Now look at that, how that's now nice and flush. Any little areas of wrinkles like that, you can always just pick it up again, stretch it back out, and allow it to ever so slightly mold to the surface. Now it's completely smooth. So let's pick up a bit more glue, work with it round here, and any pleats that start to create, just pick them back up, stretch it back out, lay it flat, and they all just start to disappear. It's like magic rice paper. It never ever fails to impress me, the results that you can create from this. So I'm going to lay that all flat and look at what we're getting. It's just glorious. Smooth all around here, all up to those edges with a brush. Now, I'm being quite rough with the brush, okay? I really am burnishing in with it because we know our ink's not going to bleed. Our rice paper's nice and tough. Then what we're going to do is just make sure all of the edges are nicely covered, because that's any area that's going to peel. That's going to be the one that goes first. So let's get our hairdryer. Going to have a quick glance at the comments. Whilst I'm drying that, I'm going to stand it, of course, on this little glass dish to make it a bit easier. I'm going to put my sanding block on that tissue so it doesn't dry away. Okay, so got lots of you getting involved. Reese says, where can I get the sanding block? If you do head over to the Highlight Crafts website, you should be able to find a set of 4 of the sanding blocks on there if they are still in stock. They were at an amazing price, so do definitely check out the website for those items. Sanding blocks are great for your rice paper. They give you a wonderful, fine finished edge, okay? And at the moment we're getting all of the animal names written down, so don't worry if you've put a name in there. A lemur, Alison says. Lemur's a great shout. Do you know my favourite animal? My favourite animal is a raccoon. I absolutely love them. I think they're hilarious. They're so funny. Becky, what's your favourite animal? Do you have one? I've never heard of a probably not. Didn't have one of them at Yorkshire Wildlife Park when I went. Probably not. You're not having any pets, do you?
No.
Don't have pets. Have you ever had pets?
I've never had them.
Yeah. Really? Oh, okay. We were always very much a pet family. Well, especially when I worked at the pet shop. I ended up coming home with all sorts. Andrew, you've got your dogs, haven't you?
Yeah.
You got Millie and Nala. We are all animal lovers here, other than Becky. No, she's an animal lover. She just doesn't own one. But as a nation as well, we're incredible animal lovers. We all have something of some sort. So, other than Becky. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into... I know, God, sorry, Becky. Proper went for you there. Oof. So what I'm going to do is go into the plate now with our sanding block. We want to push away from the edge of the plate. So I'm using the sanding block to go right up to the edge of the glass, and I'm pushing into the glass plate like this. If you struggle with any dexterity or anything like that, just put it to the edge of your table and go like that. Okay, so you're just using one of your hands to really put some force on there. Again, push it away from yourself. At this point, you can sand off any overspill of your paint that you got onto the edge of your glass plate. You can sand that off because it's not cured. And this edge here is ever so fine, but we can still get a nice finish on it. So again, let's push away from ourselves onto this plate. There we go. And the wonderful rounded edges of these glassware make it so easy to work with. So you can get 2 of these square glass dishes by typing in shop plate. Is it shop plate? Shop glass. And that's going to get you 2 of them for $14.99. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use our monochrome bundle. So those incredible hybrid paints are going to come into action very, very soon. But let me know as well, have you been working with some of your rice papers recently? If so, what have you gone on to? What have you explored? Have you ventured out into a new surface? Christine now says snow leopard. Oh my goodness, we're getting all sorts in. Never seen a snow leopard in person though. I've seen a turtle. Oh, what's a good shout, Andrew? Sloth's a good shout. Very nice. Yes, we all love a sloth. There we go. And then it gives us that wonderful edge now. Look at that. It is beautiful. But notice how underneath you can still see my hands. So you can see my hand underneath that rice paper there. It goes ever so slightly translucent. Now to finalise this project and give it its final proper coating, we want to go in with our white hybrid. Now our white hybrid of course comes with the black. You're going to get the pair of them there together. I'm going to find mine. Just have a rummage. Oh, there it is. There we go. And we're going to pop it onto my paint palette. Now, I cut that sponge in half, didn't I? So I ended up with 2. Put some white hybrid out and go back into that sponge. Let's have a look. There we go. And you want to stipple this now onto the back of your plate. The rice paper is now nice and dry. And we're going with this. Now, the importance of the white brings that colour out. So you can see there, look how strong that colour is. So if I go with the sponge underneath, you'll see it happen. Look at that. All of the colour of the flower is coming back. It's like magic the way it works. It's bringing that design back to life. So let's continue to work onto the back of here and you'll see that colour just develop instantly. Really easy to apply with your sponge, full coat coverage, stipple it on. If you feel like you've got too much paint on your sponge, just do a little bit of stippling on your mat, take a bit off. You don't want any blobs or any strong build up, you just want it to be almost airbrushed onto the surface. All the way around, there we go. And these are projects that are just so enjoyable to work with. They're the effects that we desire to make, the results that we always want to achieve, and you can do it in minutes. I've built this project in what, 5-10 minutes? It's all come together. You can of course spend far more time on yours at home, but for the purpose of the show, done it nice and quick for you. I'm just going to dry off at least a corner so I can pick it up. There we go. And again, I'm using my hairdryer for this. We don't want to scorch the paint. You can use a heat tool if you are doing, just keep it of course much further away. I would never hold a heat tool this close to my project unless it was a hairdryer, and this isn't even on its hottest setting either. If you've got just a fan that causes a draft, that will also encourage your drying times of your paint as well. You don't always have to use heat to do it. It will just speed up the process ever so slightly. Oh, Lorraine says, I used rice papers and Cadence paints on my glass candle holders yesterday. I put them on the Facebook page. I'm going to check that out afterwards, Lorraine. That sounds amazing. I love to see people using their products, especially the rice papers and anything Cadence. So what I'm going to do is flip this around. Are you ready? Look at that. It is stunning. We have used those incredible rice papers along with the Duraglass paints to create a stunning piece of homeware that you can now make and sell with. You could get multiples out of one sheet. But then again, you can make this for your friends, your family, as giftables. Now, the fuzzed paint line I've created around the edge, if you just go in now with your sanding block and just rub that across like this, just buffing it, look how it's a nice smooth line now. So we can go from, of course, a fuzzy line like this and just buff it back and forth. There we go, on the corner as well. Rotate it round again, this fuzz line here, I'm just going to buff it back and forth, and the last one here as well. Just give it a nice finish off, and you want to do this before the paint's cured. If you're going to try and do this a couple of days later, you're going to struggle to get it off. But to get that wonderful smoothed edge around the plate, that is the best way to do it. Rita says that's beautiful. Thank you very much, Rita, but you know what? It's all in the paper. I'm going to quickly show you again those papers in full force because the show is going incredibly fast, as they all are today. I don't know where the time's going. If you've not popped your turtle in, pop your turtle in to the comments now. Type the word turtle. And of course, you could be in with a spin on our fabulous Spin the Win wheel. Okay, so rice papers, brand new designs for you, all brand new designs, brand new bundle as well, at a never seen before price. 24 papers are going to be on their way to you, and you're only spending $24.99 to do so. Right, okay, I'm going to take you through the designs that we've got here today. We're starting off with your Bumblebees collection. You're going to get 2 of every single image that you see within here. You've got your glorious bumblebees, great for spring wear, great for your home interiors, very trendy. You've got your Wondle surface pattern print. You've got your robins and sunflowers. You've got your duck egg blue image in here with those wonderful birds building up an entire scene. You've got your spring background, and then again that wonderful visual repetition of almost like paper layering. It is exquisite. We also have ones inside here that do look a little bit like a wallpaper. I love this design. Completely different in contrast, of course, to the rest. So you're getting a nice variety inside here. The one I just worked with there, one of my favorites, of course. I just think it's a spectacular design. You can get 2 of those, of course. Your ironwork image, you've got the wonderful floral pattern, your deep floral pattern backgrounds, and then again, another one of my favorites, this glorious image with the dark forest green imagery with all of the bright oranges and pops of white on the surface. Now, if you type Shop Rice into the comments, or of course add it to your basket on the website, you're going to get all of those designs times 2. You're going to get 24 papers. So if you were to go for these bundles individually, you can do. You could go for Shop Ornate or Shop Bees and get them separate. It'd be £19.99 for 12 papers, 2 of each design. But you're saving £10 on there, so you've got a good saving. But if you wanted to just spend £5 extra, you're going to get a whole other set of 12 papers included. So you know what to do. All you need to do is type Shop Rice into the comments. It's going to get you everything you've just seen times 2 for, of course, that amazing price of just $24.99. You're saving $34.99. So you're spending far more, you're saving far more than you're actually spending. You're saving an additional £10 on top of what you're spending. So for you today, all those papers, the absolute must-have. We've got a whole host of other items on our show as well. So if, we've had a question or comment come through as well. Lorna, if you could only get 2 sets of glass plates, which 2? Oh my goodness. Lorna, that is a tough question. But you know what? I'm going to try and answer it for you. Okay, so what I would do if I could only go for 2 sets. I'm looking at these 2 here, and I've got my bright fuchsia and a cyclamen, so I could probably just about survive with having one of the pinks, okay? So what I would do is I would go for polish down here because it's probably the softest, most neutral palette out of all of them, and it's great for spring and summer. So Lorna, that would be one of my top picks. And then this is where it's going to get really tricky, but I think I would actually be going for lavish because inside here you've got the black. Now it's the only bundle, of course, with the black in, and it's the only place you can get the black Dora glass paint. And what it means is you can use any of these tones and blend them up. So for example, if you did go for the polish where you've got that wonderful antique lilac, I used this with the black on this champagne flute yesterday and blended them together, and it gave an exquisite look and feel. You could also use as well things like your aqua and your dark turquoise to create a blend on a wine glass, for example. So the top set and the bottom set, lavish and polish, probably would be my 2 go-to ones. That was an incredibly hard question to answer, Lorna. Please don't put me through that again. But all sets together work really, really well. But if, of course, there's 2 sets is what you can stretch to today. Don't worry, though, you can still spread the cost on the Highlight Crafts website at checkout. So when you do go, of course, to check out your basket, you can do that. I did tear that little piece of rice paper, so if you want to, I could quickly show you that on a little bottle project. Should we quickly have a look? Because we've got just a couple of minutes. Oh, as well, just before I do so, the eggs, 25% of those are now in allocation. Shop egg, £19.99. They're an absolute shout, those eggs. They're brilliant. In fact, I'll show you the one here that I've got that I was about to rice paper. I don't know where this show's gone. I'm on my own as well. I must have just spoken too much. This here for you is those eggs. Now, I've painted this one white. You could go on straight away with the rice papers. So easy. But with this egg, if I just show you, I'm going to take a bit of the hybrid paint, and I'm just going to continue around here, painting the egg. I had already painted it a different design. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly dry it with my hairdryer. Okay, so just to get all of that paint nice and dry for us. As well, thank you so much everyone for joining us today. We literally have just under 3 minutes left, and we are going to draw a winner in just a minute's time as well for you, so we can get that done. I don't want to miss that off. So what I'm going to do is dry this for us. That's almost nice and dry now. And then let's have a look at that design that we tore away. We could pop that onto the front side here of our egg, which would look exquisite. So let's go in with another flat brush. Okay, so I'm going to grab, let's know, I've got a favourite one in here somewhere. That one will do. I'm going to use now my glue, and I'm going to use my gloss glue for this one. So I'm going to put some of my glue out here onto my mat. I'm going to put my glue directly onto the back of the rice paper this time. So we're working onto the reverse of the design. So pick up that glue, spread it from the centre outwards like this. Working onto all of that, making sure to lock in all of the fibres. Remember, we used our water brush to tear this earlier. We're then going to pop this now onto the front facing side of our decorated egg, and look at how those torn edges are just going to blend into the background. You literally don't see it, okay? Just going to bring our robins round there. There we go. Blend down our design, make it match seamlessly to the surface, round off that edge there, and buff over with your brush. Lock all the fibres in place, and then you've got your wonderful design exquisitely attached to your egg. Now, of course, I'm going to finish this one off, add loads of additional elements in my decoupage, but how cute does this look? A wonderful little Easter gift with a bit of ribbon on it. It would be fabulous. Of course, we're going to draw a winner for our Spin the Win. If you've been putting turtles into the comments, then you're in the chance. So let's select a winner.
Pam Fernal.
Pam Fernal, congratulations. Let's see what you've won. Let's spin the wheel. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, it's spinning for a while today. Number 10. So number 10, you have won 250 points. Congratulations. 250 points is going to be on the way to you. Make sure to email us at help@highlightcrafts, and we can get your points added and accredited to your account. We've got 46 seconds left. If you haven't done already, make sure to pop those rice papers into your basket. Really busy for those today. And also those decoupaged eggs, those paper mache ones, are increasingly popular. They're a wonderful gift, great homewares, great for maybe to put some wax melts in, make a wonderful little gift. Shop Egg to get hold of those. But thank you so much, everybody. I will see you later on. Don't go anywhere, though. Amanda is through that wall, ready to share with you another hour of Scan and Cut. Just remember to check out those baskets because you've got to get the deal during the show. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later on. Thank you. Bye-bye.